Hello guys, this is Lockdown Tech Review and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to talk about my keyboard and mouse. So if you're working from home, there are two high-end setups that you might want to consider. The first is by Logitech, the one that I have right here. And the other one is by Razer, the one that was just released about a month ago, I guess, worldwide. That is the Razer Type Pro keyboard, mechanical keyboard, and also the Razer Pro Click mouse, the ergonomic mouse that they developed together with Human Scale. But for me, I like the feel of this mouse better. I liked the look and feel of this mouse, and in all honesty, the Razer wasn't available when I decided to buy this. So I've had this for about a month plus, a little bit more than a month right now, and it has been working great for me. So this is the MX Master Series by Logitech. Over here, as you can see, it is the MX keys. And when I first tried this, I wasn't too impressed with it, seriously, because I've had it replaces, not really replaces, but I've been using this Logitech K810, or is it 800? K810, yeah, it's at the back here. So it's a K810 keyboard. It's a high-end keyboard released in 2012, like 8 years ago, and I can't believe I have been using it for almost 8 years because I bought it a couple of months after it was released, and it has worked really well for me so far, especially for my tablet. So this is a great Bluetooth keyboard for your tablet and phone, but if you're working from home, you're going to want a number pad. This doesn't have one, right? And for me, I feel that a number pad is so useful, rather than having to reach up to the top of the row for the keys all the time. I just prefer having something on the right. So that's why I looked at various keyboards, and I finally settled on this, primarily because of the mouse, and because the MX Masters 3 mouse goes together with the MX keys. I decided to get MX keys 1 week after buying the mouse, just because the mouse was so good. So I've talked about this before in a previous video, but that was a handheld cell phone video taken with my Note 10, which is right here. By this time I'm using it to control the camera, the Sony A6400 that I'm filming this on. So yeah, obviously this is a lot more stable setup. So just let me go really quickly and show you the mouse here. So if you're interested in getting this set, you know what you're getting into. Right, so, and at the end I'll just discuss a little bit about the differences or similarities I've observed between this set, the Logitech MX set, and the Razer Pro that I've seen. I don't have the Razer, but I've tried it in the store. I've looked at it. It's a very handsome keyboard and mouse, but these are my personal views on the Master 3 and the MX keys. So this mouse is very large. All right, the first thing that I felt when I held this was, wow. It is so ergonomic. I don't have extremely large hands. My hands are, I guess, average for a male person. And the way that it fit my thumb, and the way that my hand could fully rest on the body of the mouse, it suddenly eliminated a lot of hardships I didn't know I was having with normal mice. So prior to this, I've been using this one. A very simple the Logitech, I don't know if you can see it here, wait till it focuses, MX557, probably it's too bright, I mean the light that I'm using. So anyway, it's a 557, it's very cheap, I think it's about 20 USD. So it's fine, it's great for casual use and for just navigating your tablet or phone. This works great. I had no problems using it for many, many years. I think more than 5 years I've had this very simple Bluetooth mouse, which is fine. But of course, when you're working from home, you want to settle for something better, and that's why I got this. And immediately when you pick it up, it feels so good. It's made of soft, rubberized plastic. I don't know if this is rubber or plastic, but the top part feels like rubber to me. And there is a gradient here along the sides, so I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, once it focuses, so there's like, it feels like a very high quality textured finish, and as you can see there's two buttons here, and a scroll wheel here on the side. And these are really useful because if your company's system allows you to program these buttons, you can basically customize them for anything. At the beginning, the forward button was to go forward in a browser, or this is to go backward in an internet browser, but you can remap them to zoom in or out, or to change the volume, or to scroll up and down, basically anything. And the same goes for this one as well, the scroll wheel here. Unfortunately, my company does not allow me to use Logitech software, so this doesn't work. But if you're running your own personal system, you can use this as your daily driver. So at the top here, you have a couple of buttons. Come on, focus. So the first one is the mag wheel, and this is one of the reasons, apart from the ergonomics, one of the main reasons why I bought this, because this wheel, this scrolling wheel, is unlike anything I have ever tried in my life. It is so good. The reason being that it has two modes. So one mode is as you scroll up and down, you hear you can feel the click. Like, it's very, very precise, and every click is tactile. And of course you can push down on it. It's all metal. It's obviously different from the plastic build ones on cheaper mice. And the other way you can use this is, if you push this button, actually even if you don't, I find that with this scroll wheel you can move up and down web pages, and especially very long Excel sheets, so smoothly. Like, you don't even need to point your mouse cursor, to the scroll button on the right hand of the screen. Most of the time in Windows you have a scroll button, and you need to click and drag that. With this one you don't. You just have to use a little bit of force and just push it down. It will fly down. It will fly down thousands and thousands of columns, like that simple, that easy. So it helped simplify my workflow quite a lot. Just by this scrolling wheel. The click is very, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's very solid. It's not as solid, as clicky as I would have liked, but for me it's fine. But for me the two main selling points were this scrolling wheel and the ergonomics of this. Also it charges by USB-C, so I would not buy any mouse or keyboard without it being rechargeable these days. I mean, I do not enjoy taking batteries in and out, and most annoyingly is that if you have a battery that is not rechargeable, you have to you have to keep throwing batteries away, or even if you get rechargeable batteries, you still have to, it's not too often with this mouse, obviously. Battery life is really good, but if you do change batteries, there's a lot of hassle involved. With this, you just put a USB-C, the same USB-C cable that you would use with your phone and your other devices, and it charges like that. You can also use it wired as well. The last thing about this mouse is that it can connect to 3 different devices. You can see at the bottom, 1, 2, 3. So it is really useful. For me, I have a computer. I have my Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, and it works beautifully with that. I just need to push the bottom of the mouse, and I have my phone, Note 10 Plus. So obviously it would have been quite a bit better if they had put the pairing button at the top, somewhere at the top or side, maybe the right side. There's nothing here of the mouse. That would be a little bit better, but it's at the bottom, so no biggie for me. But you can pair it to 3 different devices. And of course, if you use Logitech Flow will help you click and drag devices across Windows and Mac, assuming that the company allows you to do that. That is also something that you might consider. It doesn't work for Android though. No comment on Apple, because I don't own any Apple products. And part of the reason why I'm giving this another view is because I got the Polymers yesterday. This Polymers came in a huge box. It was, 29 Singapore dollars where I live, or 20 USD, but like many other reviewers said, this should have been included with the keyboard, but I waited for this for 1 month. Yeah, it was out of stock, So the seller shipped me the keyboard first, and I used the keyboard on its own. But with the Polymers, it really feels like a full set. You're getting MX keys, and you're getting the Polymers at the bottom. So yeah, it feels, it looks, and these three items look and feel very premium, and I don't think you can go wrong with, this at all. Okay, moving on to the keyboard in palm rest. The palm rest is very thin. It's very soft. It's just nice, I think, for the keyboard. But I think if they wanted to pair this, they could have made the keyboard angled up a little bit more. As you can see here, the keyboard is already angled up, and there's no way you can adjust it. Right, so it feels very solid, very heavy. So it's not something that you want to, put right in the back of your backpack, because the back part takes up quite a bit of space. So I don't know. I think online there are some carrying cases. Like I bought a carrying case right here for my K810. So it slots really conveniently inside, like this. And this one pairs with three devices too, and I can put a mouse in here in the pocket. So I'm sure there is some kind of case for the MX keys, but I haven't bought it yet. So currently it's so big, so I don't want to be carrying I don't want to be carrying this to cafes or anything. But if you're just working from home or from office, this is a very good keyboard. I highly recommend it. Unless you like mechanical switches and mechanical keys, but for office work, I think this is more than enough. These are scissor keys, and I hope I'm not activating my computer, but every key here is perfectly lit up, and just like the other keyboard, the K810, this one lights up when your fingers go near it. Battery life is great if you don't turn on the lights, but even if you turn on the lights, the white backlight takes up quite a bit of battery, so after a week you may have to charge it. So it lasts typically for a week. If you work 8 to 9 hours a day, it lasts for a week. Yeah, but of course if you don't turn on the backlight, it can last for months. I think 6 months is what I heard or what I read somewhere. And it's very hefty and heavy, so it feels premium. It's very solid, definitely a lot more solid than this one here. Because this looks good, but it's made of plastic. You can feel it. The difference in weight and quality. This one is tough, so it's impossible to, like, there's no flex. Yeah, and it's very thin and long, so it's like a notebook keyboard. It's like a very good notebook keyboard. For me, I would have liked it if there were a little bit more key travel, but each texture, I don't know if you can see it, there is a dip, so it fits the tip of your fingers really well, and it's very, very quiet. So for me, one of the selling points was the directional buttons. This one right here, if you're using a regular Bluetooth keyboard without a numpad, you're gonna have tiny squished directional buttons here, and yeah, so this is why I got it, because it has full-size buttons. It pairs to 3 different devices via Bluetooth, and it comes with a dongle as well. So it's a unifying dongle that doesn't slot into the mouse or the keyboard, but it's found in the box. So each of these come with the dongle, and if your computer doesn't support Bluetooth, you can use 2.4 gigahertz wireless connections. Yeah, one other thing I like is the the media controls. So they're up right here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit late in a separate video about the Galaxy Tab S7 whose keyboard was way more expensive than this. It was the full price of this and this and this. So 3 devices in one is what the Tab S7 keyboard cost me. But yeah, I mean, they're completely different items. They serve different purposes. Just, letting you guys know what you're getting, with your money. Yeah, so these are my thoughts on the Logitech MX Master Series. If you have any questions or you want me to that you want me to answer in other videos, let me know, or let me know in the comments. And for those of you who are keen in other reviews or the price or features, you can see the link in the description below. Alright, thank you guys. Bye for now.